Hello and welcome to the video. Before we get started, if you'd like to provide input on future content and get our weekly newsletter, click on our survey. The link will be below. We also have a report on Ethereum 2, along with a bonus report on why you should learn Solidity now. Again, the link will be below. Now on to the video, and thank you. Okay, so I had a request to talk about transferring, I guess, tokens or Lamports. I wasn't sure exactly which were the two. There are two different things you can transfer. When you talk about Solana, you can create your ERC, ERC20 tokens, or you can create or you actually have the Solana tokens that are in your account. They call them Lamports. So that's what we're going to talk about today. If you go to the Solana program library, under examples, under the Rust examples, you'll see transfer Lamports. And you go up here, you got the source, you got the test, you got the cargo and the X-cargo. Cargoes which you typically use. I've not used X-cargo. So under source, they have the typical things you see in a Solana Rust app. The entry point, which is your program ID, your accounts, your instruction data. And they have your libRs, which is really some includes your entry point and your processor. So you're declaring them in here, and your processor. So your processor this is a very simple processor. Again, it takes the things you'd expect: your account info, your entry point, your public key, and you have your program ID, you have your account, and your instruction data. So, remember, you have the accounts as an array, pointed to an array. And you can take that and get an iterator. And then the source could be the first, in this case. It would be next account info. And then the destination would be the following one. And all you have to do is source info, try borrow MUT, Lamports. MUT means, of course, they could be changed. You subtract the amount you're moving, and the destination, you add the amount you're moving. Now, this is almost too simple an example because they hard code the amount of Lamports. What would be more realistic is you would put the amount in the instruction data, and then let me go here. Just as we were able to get the instruction data here, in this case it was text, and of course this is not an accurate comment. We were able to get the instruction data in here, and in this case it's a string, but let me find it. So we called this pop instruction data, which is way up here, and where did it go? Let's see. We had a pop defined here. Here it is. So this is just doing the copy of the string. And actually, you have a, was it the get slice? There is actually an unchecked version that won't panic. Remember, I spent some time trying to get it to not panic. So there is alternative to having to go through this. Point is, you have your instruction, and you can just get that data, and what you would do then is use that instead of just a hard-coded number. So transferring Lamports, to me, it's actually easier because everything is stored in the account and every program in Solana accesses the accounts. It's actually a little easier to do it in Solana, in Rust Solana, than it is to do it in Solidity. Because remember, in Solidity, there were like several different ways of doing it, and there were contradictory ways. Well, this is the best way. No, that's the best way. Here, it's very straightforward. You simply do this try, borrow Lamports, and that is a method on account, and you do the transfer. So, again, this was a quick one, but hopefully this has been informative. And the other part of this is when you're talking about actual tokens. And that is probably what you're going to be even more concerned about. So, but this is a basic thing that you should be aware of. So anyway, hopefully this has been informative. Thank you for watching, and I will speak to you next time. Take care.